Well, this is a auspicious start to a new series, completely original podcast. Fanfiction Contempt Theater 3, just 9003. Just completely ignore uh, all of the additions, the other signs. Just ignore all that. This is obviously a completely original, never before used idea. What is up, internet? All right. So since we basically have no one showing up today, we're just gonna do a nice slow read of I have no idea. Something.
I had no idea. My favorite.
Um. Hmm.
Isekai harem fanfics.
Oh, is that what you want? Oh, I got plenty of those.
Isn't like every fanfic technically an isekai?
Um. No, because isekai is
I
specifically
mean, every
the
crossover.
sort of. Some crossovers can be. Sneaky masturbates to lollies. That is a completely false statement.
For now.
Now and forever, really. All right. So, do you do, you know what? Let's start off with this for today. It's been a while, so let's go back to the classics.
What are you pulling up?
A Naruto story.
Of course, Naruto of Chaos. Just the title already makes me want to cry.
Fucking gold star of a title too.
Naruto of Chaos.
All right, and then we have Pretty Little Liars crossover called I Have No Idea. I Have No Idea is the summary
I
featuring
see.
Erza F and Arya M. This is Super Potatoes sponsored story of the night.
I have never ever heard of Pretty Little. I mean, I've heard of Pretty Little Liars. What the fuck is it though? Is it a
Mr.
TV series or
Montgo.
is it a movie?
I think it's a movie. Yeah, it's an American movie.
Hmm.
Mr. Montgomery, your wife is calling you on line 2. Thank you, Erza, and you know you can call me Brian. Okay, Mr. Montgomery, I mean Brian. As Brian picked up the phone to hear what his wife had to say, Erza was about to head back to his office, but Brian told him to stay, so he did and sat in a chair and waited for Brian to get off the phone, but it felt like an hour has passed. Then Brian got hang up the phone. Brian have big smile on his face with little tears coming down his face. Erza got up from his seat and walked up to Brian and asked if he was okay. Brian just shook head and said, "My daughter is coming home from college. I haven't seen her in 4 years. Wow, that is long time not seeing your daughter. So where does she go to college? Reykjavik University in Iceland."
Actually, it's Reykjavik or Reykjavik, right? Oh
Smeeky,
no, dude,
stop
this.
imitating robot. No, I will not stop imitating a robot. Yes, when she was 15, we lived there for a year because her best friend went missing, and we know it hard. I bet Brian. So Arya will be home for 5:30 p.m. today, man. I am so happy. I'm sorry, Erza. I didn't mean to keep you so long. Oh, it's okay, Brian. It happy new to hear your daughter coming home after 4 long years. Thank Erza. Erza, before you go, I like you to meet my daughter when she gets here from Iceland. Ah, yes, that, sir. Bye bye. All right.
I
Thank you very much,
this
Sir Potatoes.
this reeks of middle-aged housewife.
It probably is. I don't know Pretty Little Liars, so I'm pretty sure I spelled all those words in the new top bar correctly.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, it's a shiny new top bar.
Oh hell yeah, dude! It's actually new.
Yeah, and
I
I
love the
got.
font used for the tree.
Yeah, I was getting bored.
You know those old class like camouflage airplane T-shirts that used to be really popular at the point of time?
Yeah, like army surplus shit. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, it looks like that,
yeah, I know.
except nauseating.
Yeah, exactly. That's the plan.
Hell yeah. I
No,
meant it as a compliment.
Naruto of Chaos, a pure Naruto story.
But I just read Zeref. Dude, what the fuck?
A man that searches for redemption. A child whose family neglects him. A change in fate that will shock elemental nations to the core. This is a tale of two people that will change everything, as one as a teacher, and the other one as a student. Naruto Harem, Neglected Naruto, Strong Naruto, Fem Sasuke, crossover with Fairy Tail, and other minor crossovers. 4,500 favorites. 40 chapters. 350k words.
Okay. 40 chapters. So that's 100 favorites per chapter, which should give you an idea of what the quality of this thing is.
Mm-hmm.
Because that never happens. If you're writing something for a popular fandom, even if it's mediocre, let's say, like, even if it's like a halfway shitpost kind of thing, Sneak and me, we saw the numbers. It's like a 400 fucking favorite / follow for like a moderately successful crossover branch. So imagine writing main series Naruto. This dude hasn't even put up the Fairy Tail crossover because he knows that the fandom is actually smaller than just Naruto itself. That crossover fandom is hard to get. So this dude is either horrendous because that word count big, or he just, well, I think we'll just find out.
Yeah, we're gonna find out, all right. So,
Oh,
of
yeah.
course, as always, the link is in the Discord, and of course, as always, Twitch has once again told me that I am required to remind you all to not contact the author of this fanfic because that's considered harassment, according to them.
Hell yeah. We here do not condone harassment. We do, in fact, enjoy it a lot, though.
Gib.
Gib.
Where are the Gibs? Proluge, a dark mage's fate and a deal with the devil. I think Zeref gets fucking isekai'd.
Bro, I'm thinking the same, but the thing is, this is not even in the crossover section.
Yeah, I know. Honestly, that's one of the most irritating things is when people don't put their shit into the proper section, and it's just like, bro, seriously. Like, I understand. Like, I remember one story I commented on. I was like, bro, why is this not in the crossover section? Because it was blatantly a crossover. It wasn't even like, oh, a single character is a side character in this story from a different story.
It's the most popular type of that thing is basically, you know how D times defix do it?
Yeah, I know.
They will literally go and be like, hey guys, here's this multi crossover, but I'm going to use the Naruto and DXD tags because I know that the Xover tag does not get any views.
Yeah, it's like I can sort of understand if like the main crossover character is going to be Naruto. It's like fine, at least you fulfill part of the definition.
Yeah.
But it's like blatantly like, oh, this is going to be in the just Naruto section because I know the Naruto section gets way more clicks than the other section. It's like, and I literally had an author tell me that one time. It's like, oh, fuck you, man. If you don't think your story can get the clicks because it's good, and you have to instead rely on sheer numbers to boost your KD, fuck you.
People will literally read anything.
I
Now,
know.
to make them stay is a bit of a harder proposition. Even that's not too hard.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, clearly over the span of 4 years, this guy updated 40 times.
Well, that's 10 updates a year, which is more than I've done.
Yes, that's fair.
I'm not updated for about 2 years now, dude, and I have shit written down. I just can't get well to finish any of it.
Yeah, it actually got. I like. This is my perception of time is just gone. Like last night, I went to go buy the Division 2 because Ubisoft's doing this like 80% off. Fucking Christ, please buy our shit sale.
But they do that all the time. I love it. That's kind of how
it's
Siege
great.
became a thing, by the way.
Yeah, I know, right?
They gave the base game for free.
And so I was buying Division 2, and I was like, oh yeah, I have that coupon I got from them like a while back. And I went to go use it, and it's like, this coupon is expired. I'm like, when the fuck did it expire? December 17th, 2017. I was like, oh, Jesus Christ, that was a while ago. and I thought that was like January. No, it wasn't. It was my perception of time is just gone. It's gone.
Bro, that happens. I think it's part of growing old.
You know what? Normally I would fight you on that, but I think you're right.
Because you've seen like some old people they don't understand time anymore.
Yeah. That's another thing. Like this morning, I bend down. I'm like, all right, I got 15 minutes before I have to head out to work. I bend down to tie my shoes, and I look up, and it's like 2 minutes before you have to leave to work. I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck? All right, well, let me go get my sandwich for lunch. And I go get my sandwich. I pre-made it and everything. I was ready. All I had to do was grab it from the kitchen and leave. And I grab my sandwich and I get out to my car, and it's like, you're now 10 minutes late for work. I'm like, what the fuck happened?
Where did the time go? That happens to me every morning. Like I end raid, alright. I have like 2 hours before I have to leave for work. I just sit down for 1 second. I sit down 1 second to like, I don't know, like eat something or do something, and somebody's 9:10 or some shit. I'm like, oh. Okay.
It's like, what the fuck?
And sometimes time moves super slow. It's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have a bath and change my clothes, right? So I just give like myself a good 20 minutes for that. I come out, it's been 5 minutes. I'm like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah, I know, right? I feel that so much. I was at work today, and it was a very light day, but it felt like it was taking forever to get all the work done.
Oh, I hate those, dude. It happens all the fucking time.
Oh god, yeah.
That's gonna be me today. It's a Saturday, working Saturday, so.
We live in a society. Anyway, so let's keep going. So, this is a Zeref isekai. It looks like death, such a simple word, and it's such a powerful term.
Okay.
I wouldn't really call death a term. It's kind of just. I mean, I would call it terminal, but I wouldn't call it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call it a term. Some people would say that death. Do we live in a society, or are we the society? We are the society.
What the fuck? What have I come into?
A sock?
The Christmas cheer, my friend.
Christmas is over. Piss off.
Doesn't matter.
Boo, Sneaky Boo.
He's gonna do something with the socks.
Oh, or is Sneaky selling his socks for money now? What's next, Sneaky?
Yep.
Feed videos?
Mm-hmm, exactly. Yep. Nailed it.
Like he only doesn't sell his feet videos.
Yeah, each feet video is going to sell for roughly $7,000 each.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
When he says he's going to work, what do you think he's doing?
Going to the bank?
No.
Lord.
He's gonna go to the studio to get them feet pics.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, so this is this story we're currently reading at, and I'm so glad you could join us. It's a Naruto story. Actually, it's not a Naruto story. It's a Naruto fairy tale crossover story, but it calls itself a pure Naruto story. And the plot premise is that Zeref gets hit by a truck and ends up in the Naruto world and teaches Naruto after he is stabbed on a pitchfork by the civilian mob.
I'm sorry, who?
Zeref, the super evil mage.
Oh, right, that dick.
Yes, that guy. Anyway, some people would say that death is the end of every living being. Well, you do die when you're killed, so I would say so, yes. While others would say that death is nothing but a new beginning. I mean, I guess if you're in the Bleach universe, that's true.
Not Sneaky, be fair. They could
He's trying to
also
be
be a
fair.
filthy, filthy lich.
Oh hell yeah, dude! Power liches are my fucking thing.
The start of a new adventure! But a few people will tell you that death is a release. A way to escape the sins and the pain that someone commits on you, or the pain that you have on mankind. Okay, easy there, Buddha. Or Gandalf, death just bleaches his hair. Hey, it also did his laundry.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. Technically, Gandalf died. Coming back was a gift. Like, that's not something that normally the wizard... Normally,
Yeah,
angels,
like
because Gandalf's an angel. Normally those angels die in Middle-earth, and then it's like, alright, that was your body. You're not going back to heaven now. But in this case, God was like, you're kind of the only one left who's who's like useful at all. So you're gonna get. I'm gonna pull an audible. You're going back in there. Don't fuck it up again. No, but really, that's basically what happens.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I wish I could say he was wrong, but he isn't.
Because basically, God's like, well, Saruman isn't actually doing his job, so he's fired. You get a promotion, and promotions come with new bodies.
Gandalf V2. Gandalf 2, Electric Boogaloo. Anyway, one such person would have to be the man that right now is floating in place that could only be described as a void of nothingness. Wait, so it's void of nothingness?
That would imply that there's an awful lot of something.
Yes, so it would be the bounty of everything? The bounty of somethingness? Ball of mass? Singularity. Yeah. Indeed. After all, the only thing that could be seen was darkness. Well, no, actually, you can't see darkness because darkness is the absence of light, which means you can't see it because you need light.
Let's be honest, it's a term. I know, like.
Oh, I know. See, the reason why I'm getting like really shitty about this is that he's trying to be super deep and philosophical.
Yeah, he's trying to do the whole like oh,
so,
I'm so deep.
So I will out deep him.
And take that out of context.
I'll deep you.
Baby, I can go deeper.
Exactly half an inch more.
Going back to the man. Wait, really? We're okay. Going back to the man that was floating in the endless void. You see, he is a young man with a face and arms.
Wow, I don't have those.
Good for him, I guess.
Do you have those, Atin?
That nearly killed my eardrum.
I've got an arm and a quarter of a face.
So you're almost there. I have full face and no arm.
Super
as
Potatoes.
More hatred for humanity. I get more of a face.
Super Potatoes says that the singularity is a ridiculous amount of matter stuffed into an infinitely small point, and you actually can't get any denser than it. And my counter is my skull.
I see. That is good to know.
According to Calvin Cat, by the way, hi Calvin, and welcome back. It's only been roughly 6 months since you last seen us.
He's not dead.
Yeah. The German death squads didn't get him yet. We are banned in Germany, probably.
Oh, how? I'd be surprised if you weren't.
If we haven't been, I'm sure it's gonna be soon.
This show, not German friendly.
Anyway, so the young man who is floating in the endless void, who has a face, that face could be considered handsome if one was drunk.
I'm looking at it from really far away.
With black short hair and black eyes and a black necklace and his black tan robes with gold trim and large flowing white togas around his torso.
Hell yeah.
And for some people that do not know who this man is, he would seem odd. But for those who do know him, his simple presence...
weirder, because he's a goddamn weeb.
Yes.
Oh, hell yeah.
His simple presence can cause panic in the heart of the bravest of warriors. This is a man whose name will be recorded in history as the most powerful and most evil being in existence.
So what, we need a 16-man raid to kill him instead of an 8?
Yes.
I mean, 8-man raids are generally for harder content, so... So yeah, he's like...
That's his point.
Mm-hmm. He did say the opposite, though. Apologia would be a 16-man.
What if it was a 40-man raid?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I don't know what kind of content you would need a 40-man raid for in Final Fantasy. Guys, it's time to kill God
We have
again.
We actually have bigger raids than that. We have 52-player raid.
Yeah.
It's not a good raid.
No? Okay.
Hey, question. How was the Nier raid?
Surprisingly fun. And very close to what, like, you'd expect a Nier raid to be.
Is this the place where my soul will finally rest? Was the thought going in Xerath _S mind.
I'm going to assume they meant to hit apostrophe, but they weren't holding, but they fucked it up because the semicolon's right next to it, and then they didn't proofread it in the slightest.
Maybe. Just before his mind went back to memories of all the sins that he caused to the world, semicolon, of all the pain his creation caused and how that same creation ended his sad life. Didn't he want to die?
Hey, that's his basic thing, right? I want to die.
Yeah, like, I thought his whole plot was like, I want to die, so I'm gonna make things that hopefully can kill me. Yeah, is this fairy tale? Yeah. So this is a Naruto story that said it was a Naruto story, but then at the end was like, psych, we're not a Naruto story, we're actually a fairy tale story. But we just picked the Naruto section because that's more popular. Yeah, and
I'm pretty sure Naruto's just gonna get him as a QB, honestly.
such a cursed existence. You might never forgive me, but I am truly sorry, Natsu. The powerful mage softly before simply closing his eyes, accepting his fate of everlasting nothingness in the void where he is floating is.
Oh, it was Natsu, not Nasu.
Nasu, okay, so yeah, Nasu is the guy who does the fate stuff.
Oh, okay, that's how I remember Nasu.
That, for the record, it'd be funny if it was just Nasu. Just the dude who writes Fate.
Also, I'm really confused as to how this is a void of nothingness if he exists in it. I'm just saying.
It's a void of nothingness plus him.
It's a void of nothingness plus one.
See, he is in
Yes.
fact God, and he is going to give birth to reality, because since he's something that exists in nothing, he clearly has omnipotent power.
I see, yeah. Okay. And is he going to contract with small girls on the verge of death through crystals to then kill him?
Not sure.
Is that the plot for Rachel? Because I can't tell at this point.
Aura says, Sneaky, it's time to yeet another god, get your gear.
I mean, really, the nice thing about Final Fantasy is they're like, hey, why are we constantly eating God? Because God is actually just a pile of magical crystals.
If Barracks says, if Nasu was in charge of Fairy Tail, Natsu would be turned into a girl mid-story.
Honestly, I'd probably be okay with that. He might be less annoying.
Fate fans reading a history book on which page do they masturbate?
Super Potatoes says
When they find out King Arthur actually has a dick.
Super Potatoes says technically, if you're the only thing that exists, then you are omnipotent by default because you know of everything that exists.
That's true.
Omniscient.
You're omnipotent and omnipotent because it doesn't matter.
You are the only
how
power.
weak you are. If you're the only
Yeah.
thing that exists, you're the most powerful thing that exists.
You're literally the Omni. You are the ultimate. You're what every rapper currently
And
wants
you're
to be.
somehow still managing to job it.
Sorry, existence, but this is what peak existence looks like. You just have to accept it.
Real existence horoscope.
Made by the Real Existence Gang. Would you like a chance to correct your sins, Zareth? Spoke a powerful voice that
By the
echoed.
way, this is the point where the guy goes, nah, pass.
Yeah, actually, though.
I mean, that's literally his fucking
the
story
Germans
arc.
have come for Calvin. He has to go deep again. Bye, Calvin.
Back into the dark web with you, Calvin.
Echo everywhere. Apparently, Echo is
Was that the dolphin's name from that one fucking game about dolphins?
No, his name was Echo. This is Echo.
Oh, I see. And the differences?
This one's spelled with an E at the end. It's possibly a sexual meaning. Zareth's eyes opened fast in surprise, semicolon. After all, he thought he was going to be in this void alone forever. Not forever, but forever.
Like forehead.
Mm-hmm.
Who are you? Asked Zareth. His voice dull, but with slight amount of curiosity in it, also lacking punctuation. I have had lots of names, Dark Mage. Many call me Rob.
No, it's Tim.
A random
Tim.
omnipotent being.
I'm just kidding. It's the Shinigami from Naruto.
He's
No, it's not.
actually this dude fucking like dressed up like an absolute dirtbag with like just Shinigami written on his fucking shirt.
Also,
He's just wearing a hoodie.
Yeah.
his shirt says, "Ask me about my Shinigami agenda."
No, it just says Big D's back in town.
Big D.
See, I like the idea of God showing up to like he shows up to greet you in the afterlife. He's just wearing cargo pants and a crappy t-shirt.
Hawaiian
Who are
t-shirt.
you? I'm God. He just pulls a bag of Doritos out of nowhere. What's up?
No, you ain't. He's
Fuck
gonna
you. Oh wait, you're from New Jersey. Let me greet you properly. Get fucked.
He gives you the old Chicago greeting, which involves
A
a gun
gun.
and an offer of a job.
I love how
Not
God
necessarily in that order. Anyway, so apparently Zareth is just supposed to know what Shinigami means. Like, oh wow, your god called a Shinigami. What's that?
You know, it's like a European society-ish. What even is fairy tale as a society?
They don't even have a religion, dude.
Yeah, they actually don't. It's a perfect society.
Yeah. So literally, like the concept of a death god wouldn't even be a thing. So it's like I'm the Shinigami.
He called himself the god of death. So
yeah.
Assuming he understands what it means, he'd be more offended than anything. Like, trying to take my title?
How dare you?
I see. Did you came to punish my soul for the deeds of my creations and my own set of wrong acts? My own set of wrong acts.
I mean, I can kind of understand him saying that because he does know that he fucked up big time, but he doesn't care.
I mean, I would just say my own set of actions. I'm not sure why wrong acts is what he went with.
Big English.
Yeah, big English indeed. Spoke Zareth softly, already resigned to whatever punishment the god of death would give him. After all, he himself knew that he deserved every single punishment that this god could give him. Honestly, I think the greatest punishment we're getting here is that anytime Zareth talks or thinks, he just doesn't have punctuation anymore. For some reason, like
that is your greatest.
I don't know why, but literally, it's whenever Zareth talks or thinks, that paragraph no longer has punctuation.
Your punishment must be more severe.
He has come to give the punishings for Zareth's bad duns and wrong acts.
Bad.
Bad duns.
Oh! My soul died.
That is the task that Kami gave me. However, it is not normal for me to pay special attention to anyone's soul, but for you, someone whose evil deeds brought to the complete destruction of his own world, I was tasked to curse your soul and give you eternal punishment, spoke Shinigami, his voice completely devoid of emotion. Zareth was more than ready for something like that, so the announcement didn't surprise him at all. But the next word of the Shinigami actually did. The next word? Oh, what's the next word? However.
Bruh.
Bruh, you're gonna be a trap for the rest of your life.
You just know the word is just bruh.
Bruh.
That's it. Bruh.
And it echoed forever through the nothingness.
Just bruh. Slowly getting louder, sometimes quieter, but forever on repeat.
Yeah, bruh.
Honestly, I think that's a pretty good punishment for someone. Also a pretty good torture for someone.
Exactly, it's a punishment.
Great. Thanks. Now, my brain has supplied me with the mental image of, fucking Hitler's in hell, right? Christian hell. Get called up to Satan. I heard you killed 6 million. Bruh.
Bruh.
And then immediately he gets dethroned by Mao, who killed 10. 100. Million.
And then Ben 10 shows up.
I would say 5 seconds later, Stalin rolls into town with a much higher body count.
Actually, Mao Zedong has a higher body count than Stalin.
Well, yeah, but Stalin would roll into town first.
Yeah. What do you? Yeah.
And then, like, years later, just Pol Pot shows up. Remember, Pol Pot stands for political potential.
It wasn't real communism until Che Guevara did it.
Until people died.
It's not real communism until people die.
It's not real communism until, like...
It's not real communism without at least a triple-digit body count.
It's not real communism unless you have state executions. Okay, let's see.
By the state.
However, unlike my foolish sister, who sees you as nothing but a mistake.
Bro,
imagine the fucking god of death comes over to you. It's like, yo, man,
Like, we didn't
The
know
god
what
of
parody-
life and creation thinks you're nothing but a mistake.
No, like,
Listen,
imagine
reality thinks you were a mistake. Listen, you should have been a 0, you were a 1. We're not entirely sure how it happened, but at
But
least
it happened.
programmers were fired.
Holy shit. You die and you show up in the afterlife. Gatekeeper's like, yeah, sorry, we can't let you in. Oh, why? God thinks you were a mistake.
So it's written here, MISTK.
What?
Like, it's written here on your portfolio. You are a MISTK. I don't know why it's spelled that way, but apparently even your mistake was a mistake.
There was a mistake. Yeah, you're right. It wasn't spelled with an E.
Bruh.
He had to classify you as something other than a normal mistake because you're that much of one.
Oh, God. I see someone that could be of use to me, said the god of death, making Zareth wonder what this god was talking about. Wasn't he going to be punished? Well, I mean, from a certain subjective point of view, being isekai'd into the Naruto universe to teach Naruto things is certainly a punishment.
God knows I wouldn't have the patience for it.
Death by bruh is the ultimate punishment.
I mean, Cheeky, let's be real. Can you imagine me being a successful teacher for anything? Pretend I have knowledge and skills about the thing that I'm being required to teach. Can you picture it going well?
Well,
No.
I was about to put it nicely, but yes, no.
No, there's no need to be kind. I'm the one who said it.
Oh. Oh, God. I would probably end up trying to kill the kid, to be honest.
End up trying? I'd fucking do it. 5 days into it. And I'm a patient dude.
Nah,
Yeah, but this is Naruto we're talking about, and
Exactly.
he's excessively
Is it
hard.
doomed?
He's like the roach of roaches. He's King Roach.
Alright, so Naruto, come
Girl
here.
takes offense to that.
Oh, what's up? I want you to take a deep sniff from this rag, buddy.
Does this rag smell like chloroform? What's chloroform? just keep
Smell the rag to
sniffing.
find out, kid.
just keep sniffing.
No, see, that's way too obvious, and the Kyuubi might react to that. I'm gonna
Dude,
convince him that huffing.
Imagine the QB knowing what fucking chloroform is.
Here's the thing, right? What you really gotta do is you gotta convince him. You gotta convince Naruto to become a burnout, right?
Yeah.
So
The
what?
Kyuubi can't do anything if he turns into a druggie.
Convince him every day is 420 day.
Yeah. Also, like think about how annoyed the Kyuubi would be. Like, I shall destroy the world. You need to relax, man.
Well, I
And,
mean,
like,
but see, the problem is,
so
you could start a drug farm. I mean, the problem would be finding marijuana.
yeah, is it native to the?
I
whatever
mean,
the
look,
fuck it is?
I'm sure there's a marijuana equivalent in the freaking Magic Ninja universe, man.
I feel like you could make a lot of money selling drugs to ninjas.
I mean, considering that most of them have PTSD.
Hey,
There's no
I got this drug. Why would I buy a drug from you? It'll make you forget about the murders.
Why am I here again? Oh, right. The murders.
It'll make you forget about all the friends you've seen die.
Anyway, what are you speaking about? I guess he's just even given up using quotation marks. I'm saying that there is a way for you to atone for your sins in a more useful way than just punishment. There is? No, it is impossible to atone for sins by not being just punished.
It's impossible to not be gay.
Don't joke with me, Shinigami. I cannot redeem myself, for my sins are too many.
Dung, 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 dung,
Okay,
dung,
listen,
dung.
my man. If the man who just said he was specifically charged to punish you for eternity says, I've got an out, you don't go, there's no out. You go, tell me more.
Yes, yes.
Here's the
Don't
thing.
forget who you're speaking with,
What's the worst thing
human.
he can say, right? Ha ha, gotcha.
Sticky as a teacher would be far, far worse than you as a teacher, likely leading to an uprising and possible murders. That's
I'm not
possible.
saying Sneaky wouldn't be a worse teacher. I'm saying just because he's a bad choice doesn't make me a good one.
Yeah, it's like you're just trading in. They're both bad in their own ways.
No, I have found a teacher for you. He is a successful leader of a country who rose to power when no one believed he could. He has come to atone for his 6 million sins.
Oh golly, he must be such a great person. Yeah, he fought for his people.
He really loved his people.
And guess what? You fit that bill. You know, blonde, blue-eyed. You fit the demographic. We got you.
Oh god. Anyway. Okay. Basically, so Death God goes, fuck you, kid. Look, I'm literally giving you an out. Just teach this fucking piece of shit kid. And Zeref's like, maybe. If it's really possible to redeem myself like you say, I want to give myself the chance.
All I need you to do is teach this kid how not to get yeeted in the first 30 minutes of his life, and you're good.
9 years later, after Kyuubi attack, 9 years have passed since the horrible nights where the powerful Bijou, known as Kyub no Yoko, no Yako.
Also, honestly, just a side note, the first thing I would teach Naruto to do is how not to be an annoying, clingy little shit.
Yeah, probably.
You'll have more friends this way, kid.
Also,
Trust me. Also, like dye your hair and shit.
I kind of want to punch this one author that I like reading the stories of. I'll have to. Oh, I was gonna send it to fucking Atin. Piece of shit. So there's this author who I read a story of called Darth Vader is the Hero of Naboo. And it's a story in which Darth Vader, right before... What?
Is the hero of Naboo.
Well, yeah. He gets sent back to episode 1 as Darth Vader when Naboo is being invaded.
Mm-hmm.
And it just goes from there, and it's actually incredibly well written, and it's hilarious, and it's a very good Star Wars story, but he updates so slowly, so I was like, oh, what other stories is he updating? And so I checked his author profile, and I saw a Naruto one called Your Friendly Neighborhood Kitsune, and it's a story about how during the Battle of the Valley in the End, during Season 1 of Naruto, instead of taking the Chidori in the heart, Naruto ends up taking the Chidori, powered by Orochimaru's twisted nature chakra, straight into his seal. And the seal just goes haywire, and bada bing, bada boom, Naruto is now the Kyuubi. Completely. His body's gone. He's now the Kyuubi as a giant fox. Can't shrink, can't do nothing. He's the fucking Kyuubi, full size.
The Kyuubi can use chakra, which means he can basically hang into anything.
Well, yeah, I'm aware. Not only that, the Kyuubi is chakra. It's only chakra.
Yeah.
Yeah, how does that work? It seals. Literally, it's just a hand wave on how.
I love like the seals are the hand wave of Naruto. How this happened? Oh, this potent seal monster created a seal.
Literally, you just ignore. If you don't like the premise, you shouldn't be reading the story. The premise is Naruto's the fucking Kyuubi. But so it's again in line with his previous story that I read from Darth Vader's The Hero of Naboo. It is exactly what it says on the tin. Naruto is the Kyuubi. He's not raging. He's not fucking evil. He's just like, wow, I'm fucking huge now. This is kind of actually shit because I can't go into places. I can't eat anything. I'm fucking huge and everyone hates me. And then, but the latest chapter the author released with this story, Sakura finally works up the courage to go, like, apologize to Naruto, and she wants to get close to him, so she ends up sitting on his face, and he makes a Sakura, you're sitting on my face joke, because he's so big, to like, get close to him, he kind of needs to do that, on sit on his nose or whatever. And she makes a reply joke, and then I believe the exact wording was a loud thump reverberated throughout the valley, and Sakura goes, "What is that?" And Naruto goes, "Oh, that was my 10th tail."
Okay, I'll give them that.
And then he makes a pee joke, like, "Oh, you probably shouldn't swim in any new lakes that pop up." And I'm just sitting here, just like, A, Naruto doesn't eat. He's a master chakra. B, even if Naruto did eat, all the food would be converted into chakra. C, he wouldn't make waste. It would just be chakra. Anything coming out of him would still just be chakra. So his pee would be chakra. And why does he even have a dick? That doesn't make sense. Like, I understand the joke he was going for, and it was an amusing joke, but no. Just no.
What have I missed, bitches?
I was complaining about a story where Naruto gets turned into the Kyuubi, which everyone knows is a massive shock. And it's not even like this is an old story. This is like made this year story.
Oh Jesus!
Naruto gets turned into it's actually a great story. But at one point, the author was trying to make a joke where Sakura was sitting on Naruto's face because Naruto's the Kyuubi now, and
what?
yeah, Naruto is the multi-story tall fox, and Sakura was sitting on his face to talk to him.
Yes. Okay.
And Naruto goes, "Haha, Sakura, you're sitting on my face." And Sakura makes a reply joke back because she's trying to, suck up to the multi-story fox.
Murder fox. Let's be clear. Murder fox.
Yeah. And then the author, instead of, just leaving it at that or moving on or making some sort of other joke, proceeds to have Naruto grow a penis and then have that penis extend out of the fox pouch that most animals of that mammalian shape have, and then have that penis slam into the ground so much that it creates a minor aftershock earthquake.
That seems dangerous.
And then he makes the joke of Naruto going, "Oh, that aftershock earthquake was just my 10th tail." Because he's the 9 tails and his penis. Yeah.
I get it.
And I was ranting about how and while the joke was amusing in the way it was told and portrayed, I just really hate it because he's chakra and not some sort of biological creature. So he doesn't have a penis.
An unfortunate fate.
Just like that one skeleton that really wanna fuck. I cannot have kids because I have no penis.
Oh god, wait, you were there for that story, weren't you?
Yeah.
What? You can't, you don't have a penis. Thank you for telling me this information, my lord. I shall keep it secret.
I can fix it, my lord.
What do you mean you can't have kids? I am a skeleton. Oh my god, you're a skeleton. I did not know this. God, that story was so fucking cringe.
Demiurge, I'm not sure how to break this to you gently. I'm a skeleton.
They call it boning. That does not mean bones are involved.
I mean, unless you're a narwhal. Narwhals have bones in their penises.
Yes, that's true.
Yes, but that's it.
Listen. The staff of Ein Gon was compensation, sir.
Anyway, so blah 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 blah. Blah blah blah, nothing's changing. Blah 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 blah. Wait, what the fuck? What the hell is this garbage? Okay, Yodai, Hokage, Minato, Beast to defeat him. He sealed it into a newborn child. Yodime cannot ask any other family to seal the child, so he had triplets, and then he sealed the Yang part of the chakra into the daughter. Yang went into the newest of the triplets, Menma. Okay, honestly, this is actually the least offensive thing I've seen, because I see so many times in these multiple children's stories for the Naruto section, where it's like, the spirit was sealed into this one, and the mind was sealed into this one, and the power was sealed into that one, and all Naruto got was the body. And I'm just sitting here like, A, that's not how any of that system works, and B, why is having the body looked down upon? Oh no! I only have a multi-story body that can generate massive reservoirs of power.
That can leap mountains and that can alternately leap mountains or yeet them as I desire.
Yeah. Oh wow. I am so disadvantaged.
I mean, sure,
Okay.
you're a bigger target, but assuming it possesses even a modicum of the Kyuubi's actual regenerative abilities...
I mean, not even that. Like, if you remember from the games and shit, the Kyuubi basically wasn't even phased by pretty much anything. I think the first actual wound the Kyuubi took was from the Toad boss summon. So...
I think you're right.
Yeah. So, literally a multi-story Tanto was required to actually wound the Kyuubi. Anyway, so, he used the powerful Shiki Fujin, the dead demon consuming seal, summoning the Shinigami himself, asking him to split the Kyuubi in exchange for his soul. Minato was ready to give his life to protect the village, knowing that his wife, Kushina, would be able to take care of the kids. Imagine his surprise when the Shinigami told him to fuck off, telling him that for this job, a payment of a soul was not needed.
Wait, so... Minato's alive?
Yeah, I guess. The user of the Hirayashin no Jutsu, aka the Flying Thunder God technique, was more than happy to just live with his family, not knowing the Shinigami's true intentions. Okay, now that would actually be an interesting plot premise, is that the Shinigami, like, gets summoned and is like, oh, you're like summoning me for like a really selfless reason to save your village and split the yin and yang half of the Kyuubi to prevent it from ever reforming, thus saving thousands upon thousands of people in the future. You know what? I'm gonna give you a pass on this one.
I can imagine Shinigami being like, you know what? There's a different price for this one. Buy me a snack.
Your firstborn. That same day, the Yodamanine made the announcement that his village was saved thanks to the Powerpuff Girls. I'm just kidding. It wasn't the Powerpuff Girls that saved the village.
That would have made it more interesting, though.
Yeah, it would have. Was saved thanks to the children, Menma and Mito, since they were able to contain the chakra of the mighty beast. Minato told the whole village that his children were heroes and then therefore should not be considered as the reincarnated Kyuubi. The village was fast to accept
here's
this.
Something that I don't understand. Why not just... Also, why did he go, I'm gonna just yeet half this thing's chakra? Why not go, alright, so I'm giving half to my kid and half to my wife?
Okay, well the wife was dead.
Was she dead at that point? I thought she was alive.
Right, so basically what happened...
dying!
No, so basically what happened was the Kyuubi gets unsealed, Minato successfully fights the guy off, and then is ready to start sealing the Kyuubi back into Naruto. Using
right,
the
and then he gets a Kyuubi through the stomach.
No, not yet. Using the Four Seasons seal. But, however, while he was doing that, the Kyuubi was like, holy fucking shit, no, I'm gonna go yeet this child. And tries to kill the kid. At which point...
It's actually called the Four Seasons seal?
Yeah. It was 4 seasons or trigrams.
Oh, so he didn't... The Reaper Death Seal was actually a last resort. He's like, what?
Oh, no, the Reaper Death Seal was a...
rank. I've got the A rank. It'll do.
No, the Reaper Death Seal was actually a fuck you. So, the Kyuubi tries to yeet the kid, and Minato and Kushina, who is still alive, by the way.
Yes.
Both throw themselves in front of the claw to basically use their body mass to prevent it from moving forward anymore. And they barely save Naruto doing so. And Minato goes, okay, wow, I'm actually going to basically die now. So, fuck this shit, and summons the Death God to then cut the Kyuubi in half, and seal half inside Minato, basically denying this guy, whoever invaded his village, because originally he was like, okay, I'm going to seal the Kyuubi into Naruto, and I'll be there to keep this guy who invaded my village, from doing it again.
Right.
But now he's like, oh shit, I'm dying, I'm going to cut the Kyuubi in half to prevent him from ever having access to the full Kyuubi. Because his soul, with the Kyuubi attached to it, would then enter the Death God, which is basically inaccessible. And so then, after he cuts the Kyuubi in half, then he seals the Yang half into Naruto.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Using the 4 seasons seal or whatever it was.
Right.
So that little bit though was only revealed way later on, which is why you see a lot of Naruto fanfics, and why you see a lot of Naruto fanfics still, because now it's basically fanon. Say that the dead demon consuming seal is what sealed the Kyuubi in Naruto, when in actuality it was the 4 seasons seal or whatever it is, because. Remember, the reason why Naruto's Kyuubi seal was disrupted in the Chunin exam arc was because his seal...
Because they stacked an odd seal on the even seal.
Yes, the 5-element seal on top.
Which, why would, what's-his-face do that? Like,
why would Orochimaru do it?
Like, he should have known if I stack my odd seal on the even seal, that will only make things worse.
Well, no, because keep in mind, it did fuck Naruto up really hard.
Yep.
I'm not saying it didn't.
I thought his idea of it fucking up would basically be like, oh, I'm going to ruin this kid's career, not do that instead.
I believe he was just going for partially, I wonder what happens when I do this, and partially, I kind of want to just fuck this kid over some way, and this might be amusing.
Yeah.
Because he knew something would happen when you overlay an odd on top of an even. He just didn't know what. Also, Jinchuriki of the Ninetales, this should be firework tier.
Also, seals. Fuck you.
Yeah, basically, yes.
I knew that about seals, man. Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
Anyway. So, same day, Yodime says the kids are saviors, and everyone goes, okay, Yodime, you know best, therefore they are the saviors. 9 years later, after that tragedy, this day was not one of sadness and grief, but joy and celebration. There was a festival in honor of the defeat of the Kyuubi, but it was also the birthdays of the saviors of Konoha.
Okay, no, but again, the problem with this entire thing is...
Yeah.
Why does Naruto need a teacher?
Because he got nothing. His brother and sister got the yin and yang half, and Naruto was neglected.
But if he's neglected, it makes him a normal person.
Yes, and it is unacceptable that Naruto remains a normal person with a normal life.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Based on what we've seen, now granted, they do say that the Kyuubi massively increases, but like they still indicated that that he had absurd levels of chakra, even without the Kyuubi.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
Uzumakis.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say it's like let's be clear here. It's not like he didn't, he went from, oh wow, you got the A rank to, well, fuck, they slapped the A rank on the S rank, and we're not quite sure how to scale this shit.
No, like literally at the age of 12, Naruto had more chakra than Hiruzen.
I think that's fanon, but sure.
No. That was a comment Hiruzen made.
I'm sorry, what did Hiruzen say? He had more chakra than who?
Naruto had more chakra than him.
And we already know that the chakra basically grows on like age and use. So
Yeah. Also, what's another canon thing? Naruto in Sage mode, in Ninetales Sage mode, has as much chakra as the first Hokage.
yep. And the first Hokage was, may I remind you, a literal fucking chakra engine.
He was basically a demigod. Wasn't it the Shinigami who powered the seal? No, that is absolute fanon, 100% fanon, only fanon. It was a cool idea as to explain as to why the Kyuubi would defend Naruto and keep him alive if he hates being in prison so much. But because the whole like, oh, the Death God's gonna make him die. But if that was a possible thing, it would have been done a long time ago. Literally, it was just the Kyuubi was like, fine, I'll fucking keep him alive, you piece of shit, you won.
Oh shit.
Which, honestly, I like that idea more of the Kyuubi being like, fuck it. You know what? You win, jackass.
Whatever.
Fine, I'll keep your shit kid alive. If I recall, Orochimaru used that seal. No. Yeah, no. We literally just covered this. Orochimaru used the 5-element seal and laid it over top the 4-season seal that Naruto used to contain the Kyuubi. And the reason why it fucked up his connection to the Kyuubi and generally fucked up his chakra network is because the seal was tied to his chakra network, and laying an odd seal over an even seal for some reason fucks everything up. Like, why any of that works the way it works and does what it does, question mark, shrug shoulders, and a small, unperverse giggle.
I mean, I don't know, maybe if the seals are like mathematical formulas.
That still doesn't make any sense. Literally,
No, sorry,
my headcanon for seals.
Mathematical proof.
My headcanon for seals is basically a mix of each like squiggle represents a concept, and like the concepts themselves can probably be either like math or like an explanation or some recitation of some sort of like poem or some shit. and from there it's just fucking shrug your shoulders and try your hardest. Because apparently sealing is hard, and you would think, you know, they would just teach math in school if all you needed to know was math to do seals.
I mean, you're right.
I mean, you know,
although to be fair, it could be like
maybe it's trigonometry, but you know, at that point, why not just teach everyone how to make an explosive seal? I mean, I understand why not, but why not just teach everyone?
All right, kids, today you're learning how to make bombs.
Nothing can go wrong with this.
So we just taught about, like, even if they taught it to teenagers. So today we taught the emotionally unstable, horny teenagers how to make personalized explosives. You what?
Yeah, and they don't need anything to make them except for some paper and some ink.
Some fucking
Some
ink
paper,
and paper.
some ink, and some chakra, which
Yeah.
they all have quite a bit of now.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyway,
I gotta leave. Dude.
Somewhere,
all right,
somewhere,
later, man. Thanks
the
for
Land
joining
of
us.
Fire's insurance agency is going, oh god, no.
You didn't think there's an insurance agency in Ninja World?
Oh, come on. You can't tell me that normal people don't have, like, ninja insurance.
No, they
Like-
don't, because that's the dumbest insurance ever. That's like selling.
No. I mean, like, incidental, like, a ninja fought in your village.
Yeah, that's what I'm
and-
saying. That's like the dumbest insurance ever. Like you would be out of business so hard. That's like selling fire insurance on the sun.
I was gonna say fire insurance in California, but okay.
Or Australia.
I mean, no, you can get away with it in Australia because there's nobody in Australia.
Yeah, I forgot Australia is not a country.
No, like, I mean, the amount of Australia that catches fire relative to the inhabitants is low.
Or storm insurance in the Caribbean. I believe there is storm insurance in the Caribbean, though. Wait, maybe not.
I'm sorry, there's what?
Hurricane insurance in the Caribbean.
Oh yeah, there absolutely is.
It does exist, but it costs millions of dollars. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised because, like, there's a lot of hurricanes that happen down there, but also at the same time, most of the people that have shit down there are, like, the people who have millions of dollars already. Hey, people. Isley here.
Oh shit, Isley's here.
Isley is okay. I suppose Isley's here. That's cool, I guess. Anyway, so birthday party. Nito and Menma birthday party.
Also,
only
I just
Menma
wanna
and
point something
Menma.
else out.
Hmm?
You cannot possibly write Kushina and Minato
Neglecting Naruto. Yeah,
as
no, it's
absentee, neglectful parents.
yeah, no, it's literally not. Yeah, no.
Like, okay, maybe you could get away with Minato.
No, Minato.
Not even like a just like a not great dad to Naruto.
No, not even that. I would say Minato, if anything, would be the sort of father who's accidentally not showing up for shit. Like, oh, sorry, I was busy, like, doing these reconstruction plans and totally forgot to pick you up from school, kiddo.
Yeah, or like, oh, sorry, son, but I had to teach your siblings how not to yeet the village because they had a bad day.
Most people don't buy it, they just take the risk. I went on vacation in the Caribbean and we passed out the flooded remains of resorts. I mean, yeah, it's really hit or miss because even with insurance, when it comes to storms and shit, the idea is you can rebuild using the money, but usually the cost of rebuilding is just so much higher than any form of compensation you get back for the insurance that it's easier to just not.
In fact, part of the reason it's so expensive down there is because of jackass hotel owners who would get, they'd build a hotel because you can make a ton of money doing it, and then it would flood, and they would get their insurance, and rather than rebuild, they just went, oh, so now I can just take the $30 million I made off my hotel when it was working, and the $15 million I got in an insurance payout, and I'm good.
Yeah. God, there's so many fucking hotels on like the sandbars and shit. And people really, you gotta stop building on the fucking sandbars. Down in Florida, that's a huge thing, and it was a problem during the Hurricane Sandy when it hit New Jersey as well. There was a sandbar that was built in front of New Jersey to help with the tides eating away at New Jersey, and then people started building on top of it. And the state of New Jersey was like, no, guys, you don't build on top of this. This is literally just sand. And then people built more shit on top of it, and they're like, fuck
okay,
it,
no.
fine.
How did the state of New Jersey not, like, stop them?
Because they're a bunch of corrupt shitbags, and they were bribed to not stop them. How do you think something happens in New Jersey, dude? It's likely with money.
Fair.
But yeah, when Sandy came through, the sandbar took the brunt of it because that's what it was supposed to do, and it turns out literally the entire area got flattened.
See, I like to imagine the corrupt officials were just like, all right, I'll take. You know what? You gave me $150,000. You can build your hotel on the sandbar. It's dumb, but you can build it.
Yeah, that's basically how it worked. It was just like, don't do this. Here's some money. Okay, we're not gonna stop you guys.
We're not gonna stop you, but
we're gonna tax you heavily, but go for it.
Have fun.
Yeah, but anyway, so neglectful parents, Minato, Mito, blah blah blah.
Like, honestly, I would love to know how this person plans to write Kushina as a neglectful mother.
I guess we'll see. Guests were very important people. It's all the named characters. Party is going full blast. Blah blah. The kids were super happy. Menma Uzumaki could only be described as Naruto, except he's not Naruto. After all, it's hard for the boy not to pull a prank. Well, in contrast, the sister's a carbon copy of the mother. Blah blah blah. Calm and collected. Oh, another little girl. She had red hair just like her sister. This girl was no other than the fourth child, Natsumi. Also, I'm not sure why Namikaze would be kept as a name.
Okay, so hold on a minute. So there's gonna be there's 4 kids. Fine.
Yep.
Whatever. How are you gonna, like? Are they gonna have this 4th kid get anything? Because if that's the case, now you're just...
No, they're not. It's literally the 2 of the 3 triplets got half power each, and then the 3rd triplet.
No. I mean,
nothing.
like decent parenting.
Oh yes, yeah. They love the kid. Yeah. It's really interesting. It's one thing, again, like you said. I think you're going with this is where like the kid is also neglected. Like, they just focused on these 2 kids, and all the other ones were just like, fuck you, Dad.
Yeah, well, like, if they did that, I'd be like, alright, I think you're a lazy author.
But at least you're consistent.
Yeah, right? Like, in fact, that would actually make it more believable, right?
Yeah, you're right. If they had another kid, but they were also like, oh yeah, this kid also exists, good job, kid person.
We have to go keep your siblings from yeeting the village now.
Yeah. But nobody noticed that Naruto wasn't there because they were the perfect family. Literally, high class ninjas, all of them. Nobody remembered the third one.
And like that's the kind of thing that, right? Like, you really expect me to believe that they wouldn't even go like, "Hey, honey, doesn't our third kid, despite not being, like super magic boy with demon powers, isn't he like from your family line and really, really strong and great with seals? You don't have to teach him because you're busy teaching the other kids. But can you find like a seal master? Maybe call it a
Just
grandparent.
give him a book or something. Tell him you love him every once in a while. Go, oh, that's such a good seal, sweetie.
And let's pretend none of that happens, right? Minato Namikaze and Kushina Uzumaki, absentee parents of the year, somehow.
Somehow, yep.
At no point,
Yep.
no one else in the village goes,
Yep.
"Hey kid, I see your parents are ignoring you, but you're crazy fucking strong, so I'll gladly train you, kid."
Yep. Yeah. No. No. But also, again, like I was saying earlier, I don't know why they kept the Namikaze name, and I don't know why Fanon makes such a big deal about the Namikaze name. Minato was an orphan. The Namikaze name was a name given to him, just like John Smith. It's like, okay, you need a last name, Namikaze.
Yeah.
So it's not a name you would need to keep the legacy of or anything, because that's normally why you would do a joint naming marriage for a clan, is when you have a legacy that needs to be continued for that clan name.
Yeah, like, based on the way the ninja world works, it is far, far more likely that Minato would be like, "Yeah, I get
I'm an
the
Uzumaki
Uzumaki
now.
name."
Yeah. Also, I do know some cultures actually pick up the name. I don't know which one specifically, but I do know some cultures out there do pick up the name of the mother because she's the one that bears the child.
Yes.
But anyway. You might be asking yourself that why is Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze out all alone and not at the birthday party? Now you might be asking this, and you might be asking, why is Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze so sad? The answer to that is simple. Just like every single year since his birth that he can vividly remember, his family has forgotten him. And they only ever celebrate the birthdays of his twins.
And like, see, that's another thing that's ridiculous. If this was a case of, right, he's third child, twins get born, twins save village, he doesn't do anything.
Again, this isn't one of those things that makes me super pissed off, right? So, neglect is a lot. I had to explain this in another Discord, where you can tell this person, the right person writing, has never been neglected in their life.
Oh yeah.
Because the way they are displaying this quote neglect is the same way that someone who has never broken a bone tries to describe the breakage of a bone. You can try and accurately describe it all you want, but you do not know the pain of a bone breaking until you have broken that bone.
Well, and what's funny is, and people don't usually get this, breaking a bone doesn't hurt, at least initially.
Oh no, it hurts massively.
No, I mean, like, you break the bone and then it takes a second.
Oh, well, yeah. Because there's no nerves in the bone. It's all the shit around the bone that goes, ow.
Yes.
Um, But yeah, but anyway, so about the neglect thing, I was talking about this in another Discord. Is there's a lot of variations of neglect. It can be literally anything from, oh, your birthday was today? Oh, right. Sorry about that, kid. To literally forgetting that you have a kid because you're either so busy or you hate them. To you hate the kids so much you put them out of the way. You put them up in the attic or in the basement or something, and you just pretend they don't exist. You put food out for them still. You buy clothes for them still, but you basically don't interact with the kid. You put them out of the way, and you just ignore them.
I was saying, the other thing that's clear is when they write these things, they have no idea how neglect actually manifests.
Yeah. And if anything,
listen,
in this situation,
this is really sad, but let's be clear here. Just because a kid's just because a kid's neglected doesn't mean they hate their parents. In fact, oftentimes it causes them to strive more and more for their parents' love, affection, and acknowledgement, because they think if I can just be a better child, then parent A will love me, or parent B, or mommy and daddy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's actually very sad, yeah. But as I was saying, like in this situation, neglect from the parents could happen. Now you can still have neglectful parents of Kushina and Minato, but you have to phrase it in a very careful manner. You can't just be like, oh yeah, no, the parents just totally forgot about Naruto even existing. It's like no. The way neglect would take place in this situation where Naruto was born alongside as a pair of triplets, and his brother and his sister were the ones that got the power instead of him, so there was nothing they needed to work on with Naruto specifically to prevent the doom of us all. It would be the form of, like, again, like I was saying earlier, like, oh, Naruto, you go do some exercises over here and just keep it up, no, keep it up, kid. Yeah, all right, and then they go back to the other ones,
like.
And then for like his birthday, they're like getting him.
Forget they have a child, like.
Yeah, and the parents, trust me, parents do not forget they have a kid.
But like, in order for me to believe any of this, you'd have to show me that for some reason Kushina has turned into like a severe alcoholic or something.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying though. It's like it wouldn't be neglect, like they forgot about the kid. It's just like they spend so much time with the other two. They're like, oh yeah, Naruto, because they're like, oh well, he's just a normal kid. We don't have to like train him super hard or anything. So here, have this seal book or whatever, man. Come to us if you have issues. And then it's kind of, go back to training the other two kids with the whole Biju thing. Or, running the village. And, or on his birthdays, it's like, oh, right, here's the next seal book. Naruto, happy birthday.
Well, also, and let's be clear here, this is the kind of thing where, in fact, also, just a side note, you can absolutely keep Naruto's, like, whole prankster nature, because that would be manifesting for largely the same reasons as it does in the anime.
Any attention is good attention, yeah.
It doesn't matter if Dad's yelling at me, at least Dad has to acknowledge that I exist in order to yell at me. Also, side note, I could kind of understand the whole neglect thing or the lack of training thing if you just make it, because there's a very easy way to do it without dramatically sacrificing the characteristics of these two parents, i.e., Minato is consumed with reconstruction, and Kushina's busy training the Kyuubi children.
Yes. Yeah. No, that's what I was saying, though. It's like, you don't need to be like, oh, they forgot they ever had a kid and they never pay attention. It's like, no, it's like, they do pay attention to him, but it's like, oh well, what do we even train him as a kid? It's like, well, go do some exercises, or here, have this book. Like, what question mark? What do we do? And maybe even go a little bit further. Naruto shows no aptitude with the Uzumaki chains. Shit like that, and maybe he's bad at seals, and maybe he's just bad at chakra in general, and just doesn't quite get it.
Well, I was gonna say, you can literally just having him be bad at the normal Uzumaki stuff would be enough, because then you could have a reasonable reason for Kushida to just give him books and stop training him.
Yeah, it's just like
especially if you had the other two Kyuubi powered children display. They don't even have to be particularly great at it. They can be just okay at it, and as long as they have the absurd levels of chakra that well,
it's what I'm saying is like
does.
Well, yeah, no, but what I'm saying is like, so you're training the kids, and it's like, all right, kid 1, kid 2 with the powers, start off by doing XYZ exercise, and Nora's like, oh, well, can I do this too? And it's like, well, sorry, sweetie, you can't do this because you can't heal like they can. So, how about you just do Y over there, or some shit? Like, it's like. He can't train 24/7 like he does in canon, because he doesn't have that healing chakra from the Kyuubi. So it's like, oh well, we're just gonna give you like this part of the exercise, or half of the exercise they do, and just generally the parents are focusing more on the kids, because A, the kids have the fucking Kyuubi in them, and Jesus Christ. B, it's never been split before, and they have no idea what that could do to the kids, so they gotta stay vigilant. C, Naruto shows no real aptitude or anything, so it's just like, all right, well, go do some exercises, go play with your friends. Don't you have friends? Why don't you go down to the park? That sort of thing. Like, it doesn't have to be we forget the kid. It's just disconnect it.
Especially because that's not, most of the time, how real neglect works.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't I know it? Anyway, so, blah, blah, blah. He's so sad. Everyone's forgotten about him. Why? Why does everyone forget about me? Why does everyone never notice me? Why does everyone hate me? Since he couldn't remember, his family always treated him differently. His brothers and sisters were praised for literally anything they ever did, and his parents never acknowledged him. They always ignored him completely, and while Menma and Mito had already started ninja training, he had not, and every time he asked for ninja training, he would get the same answer from his parents. We must focus on training your siblings and controlling the Kyuubi chakra, so we can't teach you. Again, it's just send them off for an exercise. Oh, go do quarter of their exercises.
I mean, hell, you could even, if you wanted to be real fan servicey, you could even just have what's his name? Damn it, Iruka. You could literally have them just be like, look, here's a Jonin, even though literally work off the fact that Iruka is one of the most shit Jonin to ever exist.
Chunin. He's a Chunin.
A Chunin. Sorry. Yeah. Be like, look, here's this Chunin is going to train you. Meanwhile, they're training him. They're having him train the kid because he's not good for much else, and he's really not that strong.
I mean, yeah. And again, it's just like it's. Oh, fuck off, kid. We gotta teach your siblings. It's like what? I just never understand that. When his little sister was born, he thought he would finally have someone that would treat him like family. But that didn't happen because Natsumi was able to use the chakra chains. And with the parents decided they needed to train her too because that's super special. So he was again excluded from the family training time. So they did go with he can't use the chakra change. So okay, fine. That's non-canon. It is canon that he can use the chakra chains, but okay, so non-canon, he can't use the chakra chains, and so that's why they just ignore him. Again, you can just set this up. They send him off. It's just, It was not only that his mother and father ignored him, his siblings literally just kicked the shit out of him all the time and told him that he was trash constantly. And they never speak to him, and when they do, they tell him to fuck off. And his little sister, Natsumi, was annoying.
Despite none of this being anything even canonically remotely close to the way these parents ever acted.
Yeah. And Natsumi was always annoying because she constantly bragged about all the cool things she learned to him and acted like a spoiled child. It was not only his family that had forgotten him, but literally everyone in the village also completely forgot there was a third kid. And some of the more stupid villagers treated him like the Kyuubi reincarnation because he had whiskers.
For crying out loud, if you actually wanted to come up with a decent way to make Naruto a villain, have Orochimaru show up.
And be like, hey kid, want some training? It's in my van over here.
But like,
yeah,
that's
I know.
Actually that would actually be a great way to do it.
I mean, honestly, this would be actually a decent way to have an unreliable narrator set up where Naruto's like, oh, they always fucking ignore me and they only give me like a fraction of the shit. Well, meanwhile, going through the parents' head, it's like, we literally can't give him the 100-pound weights. He is physically incapable of lifting those, unlike his siblings who are powered by Biju.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, why don't you just do the 20-pound weights because that's what you can actually lift. And then, but Naruto, the unreliable narrator, takes it as them just like brushing him off and thinking he's weak. And so then Orochimaru shows up and just is like, yo kid, want to get in my van? It's free power.
No, not even that. He could just go, or hell, it'd even be a great time to have Madara give him training.
No, I mean that one's a bit too cringy, but Orochimaru specifically poaching. Like, that's so Orochimaru's style, though, in canon, is poaching people that he thinks can be powerful, that believe themselves, like, in a corner.
Well, yeah. Like, literally everything we just described would fit his MO perfectly, because, okay, why is the kid being ignored? Because his siblings are the Kyuubis. What? Could the kid be powerful someday? He's born from a Hokage and an Uzumaki.
Yeah. It's just like, literally, you could actually make a fairly interesting story using unreliable narrator with that, and then later on, just reveal the unreliableness of the narration when Naruto comes back, super powered by Orochimaru, and he's like, oh, I've come for my revenge for neglecting me all this time, and the parents are just like, what the fuck are you talking about? You what? And it's just, yeah, you could make it an interesting story, and it's just, you know. Of course, being this what it is, we're not going to get that.
Of course.
Anyway, so Naruto was super focused on his thoughts about how he hates his family and he's super sad. And then he hears a voice. What are you doing here, kid? And then Naruto was surprised. This man was weird. His eyes were weird. And then he realized that he asked him a question. I have nowhere else to be, Naruto said. And he didn't know why he answered the man. The man was weird. Don't you have a family? Don't you have a family waiting for you? It's late after all. And he focused on the child and nothing else. That's author pedo alert. Of course he already knew the answer. He watched the boy constantly. And he wanted the kid himself to respond. Just to see exactly how much pain he had. I do have a family, but they don't care about me. They never have. Forget about me. Nobody cares about me. His voice was full of hurt and his eyes were crying. I see. No one should have to live like that, especially a child like you. Tell me, Naruto, would you like to change your life? What are you talking about? I'm asking if you would like to come with me, Naruto-kun. Come into my van, Naruto-kun. Would you like to be strong enough?
Kid.
Would you like to be stronger? Would you like to have someone who cares about you? I can do that? Yeah, of course you can, Naruto-kun. Just come into my van. Again, I don't understand why they're using the Japanese honorifics all of a sudden. Literally, no one else in this entire story so far at all has used any sort of honorific. And now, all of a sudden, this weird man, quote-unquote, has approached Naruto and is like, Naruto-kun, come with me, Naruto-kun. I will love you, Naruto-kun.
Get in the van, Naruto. I have something to show you.
10 out of 10. I don't know what you were going for, but that's great.
I was just going for the creepiest voice I could imagine.
Well, you nailed something. Naruto's mind was racing. This man in front of him was offering him power. So with that mentality, the young Uzumaki answered, I want to be power. I don't want to be useless. I want power. Very well, I shall teach you power, but you must learn it. Wait, Sensei, I don't know your name. I am sorry. I have many names and titles, Naruto-kun, but you can just call me Zeref.
Naruto. Naruto. I know your parents didn't teach you very much, but I'm pretty sure they'd have taught you stranger danger. What is your name?
Especially, honestly, like, you are the kid of the fucking Hokage and an Uzumaki. Everyone in the world wants to kidnap you.
Also, you cannot possibly expect me to believe.
No Anbu, by the way.
Yeah.
No
what I was
Anbu at
about
all.
To say.
Nope.
Not a single one. Like, and guess what? That's even a great way to write the story, right? You could make it so that everyone has forgotten me. Well, everyone
including my Anbu.
I mean, yes, that would be funny. But even like, even the Anbu assigned to follow me has forgotten me. Or alternately, make that one guy the person who teaches him.
Yeah. A strange black circle appeared underneath Naruto,
traitor?
and then they flashed. Itachi?
No.
Mizuki?
For Orochimaru.
Mizuki?
Yeah, didn't he pretend to be an Anbu?
No.
I could have sworn he pretended to be an Anbu.
He was an academy chunin. He taught kids.
Yeah, but I thought he pretended to be one. Anyway.
No. Anyway, yes, indeed. That's the end of that story.
We didn't even write it, but we thought of about 1,000 ways you could write it better.
Yeah, I know. That's that feeling. That feeling, indeed. All right. So we're gonna head into the just fucking dumb section. Because we gotta whip up story for the next 20-ish minutes. And now for a banana fic. No banana fics. Story has been deleted. Well.
Fabulous.
That's always a happy feeling. Alright, so we're gonna do this one then. No, the Just Fucking Dumb section is literally a folder I have in my fanfiction folder called Just Fucking Dumb. And unlike normal fanfiction contempt theater content, the Just Fucking Dumb section...
Where we attempt to dissect it, offer criticism...
Yeah. Instead of that, the Just Fucking Dumb section is when I find a story so virulently stupid that I can do nothing but sit there and gape and possibly lose brain cells in the process of trying to comprehend the sheer retardation required to write such a monstrosity. Such as this story. Mass Effect 4 Galactic Warfare by the Master of DA.
What?
10 years after the Reaper invasion nearly destroyed all of synthetic life. Wait, 10 years after the Reaper invasion that nearly destroyed all synthetic life, as the galaxy rebuilds once
the
more.
Reapers wanted nothing to do with that. They didn't care.
The Reapers came specifically to yeet the robots. That's the only reason why they came. Yup. 100%.
We are the best robots.
No robots can be before us. Yeah, okay, author. But an old enemy returns from the ashes to reclaim what was his. But new spec op team called the Vipers, led. That's not a spec op team. That's like a fucking street gang. Led by Commander Isaac Clarke, must deal with the situation before the Alliance have another war on their hands.
So why would they not have Shepard,
So-
hero of literally everything in existence?
Just to
do
give
it?
you guys an idea about how god fucking awful this story is. 58 chapters. 360,000 words. Over the period between April 2015 and November 2017. So that is roughly 29 chapters per year. So 2 chapters per month of roughly, again, 7K words. So 14K word updates per month, which is a significant amount of words per month to update with for 2 years straight. 10 favorites, 10 follows, 6 reviews.
That's a special kind of shit.
Let's see what the reviews say. Female version of Kai Lang. Very interesting. I am enjoying this story. Wow, this story is not bad. It reminds me of basically Mass Effect 1. So, a bunch of positive reviews, but only 6 of them. But he's updated for 2 years straight. 360k words. Only 6 reviews.
Could you do me a favor, Sneaky? Could you check the shit post that Max and I posted real quick?
I certainly could. What's that called?
Responding isn't that awesome?
Yes, responding isn't that awesome. Which is actually a really good name for a fic.
Well, you would think so.
I know, I would. 18 chapters, 56k words, 30 reviews, 93 favorites, 122 follows, updated for the span of 2 years.
Now, I'm not trying to say we're some kind of paragon of writing. God knows
We are not.
But those are, in terms of viewership and follows, actually better numbers. I did hear it right, correct?
Yes.
We have better numbers?
Yes.
Now, I'm not saying that to hold us up, again, as some kind of fantastic thing. I'm saying that to point out that a shitpost in a, I would say, equally popular section? Sneaky? Weigh in?
Yeah. I would say Mass Effect's a little... During the time period he was updating it, I would say it was more popular than Ruby.
Okay. So then that just makes it worse.
Yeah.
A less... shorter story in a less popular area, like, same numbers. With fewer words. By a lot.
Yes.
As you say, there's really not much else to add there other than You fucked up.
Oh. Huh.
What?
Apparently, breaking news. A Mississippi prison has just turned into a bloodbath. Where two of the gangs, Vice Lords and Gangsta Disciples, are just murdering the shit out of each other in prison right now, and the entire prison has been declared lost. It's on lockdown and is surrounded by police.
That's generally what happens in a prison when they start acting up.
Yep. And apparently, a lot of videos are currently being posted to Facebook of this
Facebook?
Yeah, apparently the prisoners are uploading to Facebook videos of what's going on inside right now.
Press X to goddamn doubt.
I'll see if I can't contact him to.
Like, I'm not saying you're lying to me. I'm saying someone's fallen for something they shouldn't because how are prisoners uploading to Facebook?
Supposedly through the Wi-Fi and cell phones that they smuggled up their butts. But this is take it all with a big old heaping
You
of.
cannot expect me to believe that a prison of all places has unsecured fucking Wi-Fi.
Oh wait, this is part 4. According to Zeke's, this is part 4. Oh God. Okay. You sure this is a part? Oh, he's one of those people. Okay. Let's see. Part 4. Okay. Oh, you might be right. What the fuck? Flames of the Heart. A Blazekin saved from death by an abusive trainer, by another trainer named Sean. He has taken care of her for 2 years, and now she wants to repay him with her body. Pokemon times trainer.
Yeet.
What the fuck? My life as a teenage sister. I am deeply.
I'm sorry, my life as a teenager. What?
Teenage sister. I am deeply disturbed by this profile image. What the fuck? Dr. Wakeman was tired of seeing Jenny being down and alone all the time without her other sisters. So she builds Jenny a new sister named Nancy that will last longer than the other sisters, but Jenny starts to get jealous from her. Will Jenny be able to get along with her sister? Rated M for lemons.
I see. This individual's a freak.
Is this a robot on robot incest story?
And there's words Sneaky thought he'd never have to say again.
What? I know it's XJ9, but I planned this one as XJ10, so don't bother me.
What?
What the fuck? What is this dial? What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? Singingly, end parentheses, Jenny. Dr. Wakeman asks, Jenny, are you okay? No, I just wish that my sisters would be with me right now. What are you talking about, XJ9? You have 8 sisters. I mean, with me right now and not locked up in the basement like you do with everything else. Parentheses, weak laughing. Parentheses, she blocks the closet door. Oh, XJ9, where'd you get a crazy idea like that? Alarm blares. End parentheses. It's Vexus. Hours later, Jenny flies back into the house. Okay, Mom, I'm back. Mom, where are you? Calls out to Jenny. XJ9, can you come down to my lab, please? Parentheses, curious. End parentheses, sure, Mom. What? Parentheses, as they shake hands. She hugs her mother. Thank you, Mom, thank you. Parentheses,
By the way, there's a part
times
that
3.
really annoys me about 2
parentheses.
paragraphs down.
Also, I made her just better than you 154 times higher. She's a level 25 advanced robot. I didn't realize
did
this
you
is
miss
an
the part
MMO.
where it gave all of her like gear stats.
I know. Power level 24. I know. I'm sorry. Who the fuck thinks you can abuse a Blaziken? A Blaziken could yeet you with its kick. True facts. Ranking 154 higher than yours, so you made her better than me. Yes, that's correct. Why didn't you make me better? Well, it had to go somewhere. What? What?
Wait, is this like a liquid snake, solid snake kind of thing?
Yes? I really don't understand like this at all, because it's like they're robots. Just what do you mean the parts had to go somewhere? Like, you built XJ9 before you built XJ10, but you're like, oh, I can't give XJ9 these parts because reasons. But Jenny interrupts. I love it, Nancy. Your new look makes you look so hot. This author has issues.
I was say they've got a Pokemon issue, they've got a sister issue.
No, I'm looking through the author's list, Zeeks, and it looks like Mass Effect 4 is not part 4 of a 4-part series. Mass Effect 4 is literally just a sequel to the hit game Mass Effect 3. It's not a 4-part series. It's literally their attempt at a continuation.
I would say it can't be worse than Andromeda, but
Yep. Indeed. Anyway, so chapter 1 of this story. Automatic voice verification, end parentheses. Authorizing access profile. Loading access granted. Access granted, eh? So you loaded the profile, before granting access. That sounds like an easily exploitable issue. No, he doesn't have a Mass Effect trilogy fic. It's literally Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3 happens, and then he's writing a sequel to the games. And then it just proceeds. Morality, Paragon. You realize Paragon can also imply that they are a terrible human being? They are just the paragon of that?
They don't because they're an idiot and they're using Mass Effect terminology.
Zeeks, literally, there is no other Mass Effect stories. The only Mass Effect story here, Mass Effect Trilogy Behind the Mask 2, is a Tally Time Shepard one-shot. It's not a 4-part series. It is a one-shot smut fic.
And if there are 4 parts, guess where they're not?
They've been deleted. But considering the fact that he is doing a prologue in which he introduces his self-insert with the worst fucking information panel I've ever seen. Rank Captain Leader. Hey Atin, did you know there's a new rank in the military called Leader?
Shit, man, when can I get a promotion?
Morality. This reads like a fucking like what Trump would tweet out as his medical documents. Like, morality, paragon, health, impressive.
Mental stability, totally there.
Absolutely the best. The most stable, let me tell you. Ability, biotic, class, adept, vanguard, as opposed to a non-adept vanguard. Occupation, squadron leader. That is not an occupation. The
Also,
occupation is
not
military.
An infantry captain position.
No. No, it's not. Last job, weapons salesman. Current job, squadron leader. So he was part of the military selling weapons? Verification complete. So it sent all this information before it even verified? Honestly, I think that would be a fairly amusing way to do an intro to a story. It's like it displays all this information and it looks fucking stupid as shit. And it's like error in verification, re-verifying, redisplaying file, and it's like and then it actually displays the file, and it's like actually intelligently, you know, descriptions and like health. Instead of just saying health impressive, it's like health above average, torn tendon during year 2 of training in 2077. You know, like actual information instead of just like health, impressive, morality, paragon.
Dick size, unbelievable.
It's the largest, let me tell you. I know a guy who will tell a guy who will tell you the largest. But wait, squadron leader. Let us see what DuckDuckGo says about squadron leader. Is a commissioned rank in the Air Force. Interesting. Air Force of Britain. I think we figured out what his nationality is.
It would explain why he's such a horny bastard.
Well, also, so he has an Air Force designation, but he's a biotic? That doesn't compute. That'd be like... Oh, what would be a funny example?
Why are you asking me? You think I know what this idiot's thinking?
Can I go play Anthem now? It makes more sense than this. I mean, I'm not stopping you from playing Anthem.
Ouch!
It says on your profile you're an Earthborn war hero, as in you were born on Earth and never knew your parents. As a child of the streets, you lived by your wits and guts. Why are you So Hackett's like telling this guy his history, and he's like, yes, this history is true.
Boy, let me read you your own life story. I thought I was here for a promotion, Admiral. Be quiet.
And you were regarded by the Alliance as a true war hero. Is this true, Mr. Carter? Wait, isn't Isaac Carter No, Isaac Clarke. That's the Dead Space one.
Yeah, okay, you're thinking Dead Space.
Isaac Carter. It's been 10 years since the Reaper War. He opened... Wait, what's this bolded text?
Also, side note, why is Hackett... You're regarded as a war hero, right? Person who's in my military.
Yeah, you are regarded as a war hero? Is this correct, person under my command? No, Hackett, I'm not regarded as a war hero. Very well. Do you have any experience?
Well, I am technically, but I remember what happened to the last war hero you got friendly with, so no.
Do you have any experience from the Reaper War? It has been 10 years since war against Reapers that nearly wiped off all life of the galaxy. Oh, I think this is supposed to be the narrator who's saying this in the bolded text. Not like anyone responding. Like, this is supposed to be like the narrator who's like talking over the people talking. But because the author never gives us an index or any sort of like indication, the narrator is going to actually be like actively narrating the story as if they were like telling the story to someone else. This is just very confusing because the way the author set it up, it makes it look like for some reason Isaac Clarke just like his eyes started glowing and he's like, it has been 10 years since the Reaper War.
Honestly, I like the idea of you know what? I like the idea of the main character just sometimes being hijacked by the narrator.
Just looks directly at camera. Yes, I remember this time. That day on London on Earth. Oh no, wait, the bolded text, I guess Isaac Clarke is just possessed, talking with glowing eyes.
Yo, that makes it way more interesting.
The final days of life and death, the chaos and fear, as Commander Shepard charged at Harbinger. That day made me realize there needs to be more Shepards in this galaxy, and I intend to be the next Shepard. Welcome, Commander Carter. That's a completely different section of the military. He thinks over on his decision whether to accept or deny his rank up promotion. Wait, what? That's not how that works.
No, I mean, you can technically refuse a promotion.
No, Hackett is deciding whether to accept or deny Carter's promotion.
I mean, if it was coming from someone beneath Hackett, he could do that.
Well, yeah, but he's a squadron leader. That's a separate branch of the military.
True. I would say you are correct, but if it was a cross promotion.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll give you that. But still, it's just like, Hackett isn't accepting or denying the rank up promotion. He is giving it. He doesn't have orders to rank this man up. He is the one giving the orders to rank this man up.
Then the author's an idiot and doesn't know how any of this works.
Yes. He then promotes him to commander position.
I would say that was
That
one of the
is
things I
that is
appreciate
not a
about
rank.
the,
Commander position is not a rank.
I would
And
say
it's
one
a
of the things
sexual.
I appreciate about Star Wars, like the Rogue Squadron books.
Yeah.
They did actual research on that stuff.
Yeah. Welcome,
Like, for
Commander
instance,
Carter. You'll be provided with a ship, staff, and startup crew.
No, not how that works. Also,
How that works.
if he's a squadron leader, he probably already has staff that he would very much like to bring with him.
Your choice of ships will be waiting. That's not how the military works in the fucking slightest.
Yo, dude, so you can take the battleship or the light cruiser.
As they both shake, not shake hands. Oh yeah, handshake. As they both handshake, Isaac leaves the room as someone was in shadow corner, as she was curious about his decision.
What? The shadow corner? Is that some kind of ninjutsu?
Yes, the shadow corner. Hackett has command of shadows near him, and so he puts all the shadows in one corner when they refuse to behave.
Sneaky, all I can think about now is that is the shittiest version of Pass Without Trace I've ever seen.
Oh god, no. Even better is I just fucking imagine Shadow the Hedgehog just stepping out of the corner. Hackett, that was an interesting decision you made. It's just like, what the fuck? Are we a Kingdom Hearts crossover now?
Oh, that wouldn't be Shadow the Hedgehog. Oh lord, just get what's his name? Damn it.
I know you can I know you can refuse promotions, Isley. I'm not stupid. I'm just saying that it's not. Hackett doesn't get the order that Clark is going to be ranked up or not. He's the one that gives it. He is a head admiral. There's literally no one higher than him besides the president.
Also, if he's the head admiral, even if
what is it called, rear admiral?
It's entirely possible that he could just promote someone anyway and go fuck you.
Yeah, when you are that high up, literally, yes.
Fuck you. I'm Hackett. Suck my dick. He's promoted.
I can see potential in him as Anderson I can see the potential in him as Anderson's scene shepherd. If he was here, he would have done the same. No, he wouldn't. Anderson can't promote shit.
I was going to say, you guys started that when you demoted the Christ out of him and made him a liaison.
Jesus Christ. Now I understand why no one fucking follows this story. Anyway, so that is a taste of the Just Fucking Dumb section. And now you know why it's called the Just Fucking Dumb section. But with that is 9:10. So I will bid
Jesus.
you all adieu.
It is.
Yeah, that went by pretty quickly, didn't it? This is Fanfiction Contempt Theater 9003, and I appreciate everyone that showed up. But we will be around Tuesday to give you episode 2 of this completely original series that has never been done before. So you should tune in on Tuesday at 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. to continue our adventures in the fan-fictional worlds. And I'll probably sideline it with a bunch of stories that have completely unrelated shit. But, you know, that's like 90% of this.
That's how it goes.
Anyway. I think we're going to take the stream down for now. But I might be back with Atin and or possibly Max tonight. Streaming some more of those couch co-op shit. Question mark?
Maybe.
It is a Friday.
Depends on what I get for food.
Indeed, indeed. But, with all that being said, I shall bid you adieu! But remember, there is always more. And it always gets worse.